Okay, I've been asked a question this morning about grounding. How can you ground? Um, because the energies are going to get crazy. Things are amping up. Like I was sitting here yesterday and I'm just, wow. So anyway, grounding. You can wear shoes that are not rubber bottom. Okay, natural type things like a leather sole, but you don't want to have um, any type of insulating stuff in it. You can get grounding shoes that help when you're walking on the earth. You can go out and walk barefooted out in the earth a little bit. That can help. But what I tell my students that are going through Kundalini, and this is I get a lot of flack for this one. The best way to ground is meat, red meat. Yes. You can start with fish. That doesn't work. You can go to chicken. That doesn't work. Then you want to do a red meat, like either beef or ostrich. But red meat is the best grounding thing that you can have. So again, if you're going to do the meat, try to get the grass-fed. You'd want to stay away from the hormones and all the other stuff that's there. But yeah, and I've had this proven out time and time and time again with students that they were having trouble grounding, and of course they're wanting to be vegetarians because they hear that that's the best way. Well, it doesn't raise your energies. It just makes you for many people, very ungrounded. Okay, so important. Oh, the other one, buffalo. Okay, like I had yesterday, I had buffalo. But those are the best grounding things. And I know that a lot of people don't want to hear that because they think that being vegetarian is so much more healthy. Now, yesterday, and if you go to the naturopath, a lot of times they will tell you the most unhealthy people are diehard vegans. Okay, it's the truth of the situation. I did work with a kid once. His father was a doctor. Okay, they had him on medication for OCD, for hyperactive, etc., and he was getting tics from the medication. And I looked at him and went, oh my God. Well, they released him to my care. He came to stay with me for a month, and I told him straight up. They were vegetarians, and I told him straight up he may have to have meat. Okay? And I want you to know that going in. Okay? Well, I weaned him off that medication, and he didn't even know how to use a spoon and fork or anything. His mother was still hand feeding him, and he's in high school. Yeah. So anyway, I did get him and had him eat meat, and I mean his body really needed it. I mean he just and after taking him off the medication and getting his body reprogrammed, having the grounding, having the meat, he went on, very brilliant, very smart kid, went on to become a doctor. His dad was a doctor, and he wanted to surpass his dad and become a surgeon. And I think it was it heart surgeons? He had a real speciality he wanted to go into, and he did. Okay, and he got a lot of you know scholarships. Okay, he got a lot of scholarships. So it's tried and true. I've had so many that came to me with Kundalini awakenings, and at first they really balked at having meat, but when they did, they found out that yes, they did ground very quickly. And no, so how much you need, um, there is no formula. You just have to see what works for you. Some people can be mainly vegetarians, and other people find that their body just needs to have that. So everyone is different. But yeah, best ways to ground, okay, is to you can do walking on the earth. You can do barefoot, go out and sit there, lean up against a tree. If you got tree there, you could do that. But again, the best way is red meat. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to leave this here. I may get a lot of flack for this again. But, uh, I've always taught the no BS spiritual path. It's not giving out what's popular, it's giving out what works. Okay. So I'm going to leave this here. Thank you for your question. I hope this helps. Let me know, and I'll see you online.